Yeah, great performance by our guys. They stayed locked in the whole game. They were making some tough shots, some deep shots, and it didn't rattle us. We kept making plays at the other end of the floor. I mean, we shot 60% offensively. I mean, if we didn't turn it over, but turnovers were oftentimes made, because we're trying to make the passes that are there. Defensively, we really did a good job executing the game plan. Big shout out to Jaden McDaniels in particular, setting the tone out top, and Rudy patrolling the paint. But
How do you feel like D'Lo really executed the game plan defensively?
Yeah, he was awesome. I mean, he did a really good job of staying close to Hield. Hield's always dangerous out there. Doesn't need much time and space. He did a really good job. He was really sharp from the beginning.
You guys just beat a team that had won 5 in a row, and now you've won 5 in a row. It's got to make you feel even better.
Yeah. This is one of this Indiana team is one of my favorite teams to watch. It's the way they play. Love how they play. We knew it was going to be tough, and these types of teams have given us trouble. Teams that play fast and really move the ball well have really troubled us so far. So it was a great step forward for us in being ready and out there and again, staying locked in no matter what was happening.
Chris, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, it seemed like it was a focal point to get Rudy involved early and often. Was it just a matter of getting him in good spots and the flow of the offense tonight, or what was maybe different about that tonight?
Well, I mean, I definitely wanted to run the first play for him. That was for sure going to happen, just to show him some love after the other night. Then, he kept breaking open on the roll, and guys kept doing a good job of finding him. They found him all throughout the game, really. I thought, and again, like the other night was more of an aberration and largely related to the zone. But we've been finding him in the flow of the game, so it was good.
Did you sense a performance like this was coming together for the starting unit over the last couple of games here? And that
they've been a little better every time they've played. Every time they've played, they've been a little better. And, I felt tonight that they were really, really good out there. It was important for us to keep several starters on the floor at any given time. I really liked how, Ant kind of stepped up when it was his moment. And everybody, just kind of read the game and took their time. And, Cat was really good in there, too. And, D'Lo set the tone. So.
John?
Hey, Chris, we saw Ant find Rudy for a kind of pseudo lob at the rim and then the drive baseline and finding him. Do you just see like some steps going in terms of Ant figuring out how to play with him and get him in the flow?
Yeah, I think for sure. It's those types of things. Like Ant's done a better job. He's found him the other night against Miami for a drive and a lob. We understand the value of Rudy at both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great threat at the rim. He draws a lot of fouls. He's been huge, as for us defensively, and it just takes a while. Like we're so used to playing with like a popping big with the spacing dynamics that provides. And now, we have kind of the luxury of both, but it just takes a while. We see a ton of drop coverage. We haven't seen a lot of that in Ant's time here. He just hasn't seen a ton of it. So, just figuring all these things out just is a feel.
And with Jaden and the defense that he is playing, I mean, to do it on a guard as shifty as Halliburton is and as explosive as he has been, what do you think leads to it? What allows him to be successful in the matchups against the small, quick dudes?
Well, he has the obvious physical attributes. He's quick, he's long, he's athletic. But what really makes him a great defender is that he cares. He makes all the efforts necessary. He's got competitiveness. He's got a little nasty streak in him, and he's doing a really good job right now of playing without fouling too. Did a great job of that tonight.
Chase?
Chris, I know it's 5 straight wins, but in the other games, it feels like there were some good things and some really bad things. Like, how refreshing is it to see like a really complete performance tonight?
Yeah, I just told the guys that was our best performance of the season, no doubt. You know, at wire to wire, both ends. Even though we had high turnovers, we still played really, really well offensively. And defensively, I thought we executed everything that we talked about. So yeah, very, very pleasing, and just hopefully it's one more step. Many more to go, but one more step in the right direction.
Is this kind of, maybe not to this extent, but what you're hoping for in terms of interior dominance with Cat and Rudy, like what you saw tonight?
Yeah, I think
Pass and point to the point, everything.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to establish a better presence in the paint, offensively as well as defensively. I like the way Cat was active tonight, trying to block shots too. He had a really good verticality. We've been on him and asking him to come over and provide more of his body at the rim. Even with Rudy on the floor, I think he can do that. And then, but yeah, so for sure.